In the early 1960s, at the height of the Cold War, the United States government conducted a series of high-altitude nuclear tests under the codename Operation Fishbowl. The goal? Officially, it was to study the effects of nuclear explosions in space. But conspiracy theories suggest something far more sinister. Were they trying to weaponize the skies? Or perhaps break something far beyond our understanding? Let's investigate. The year 1962. The Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union was escalating, and both nations were racing to dominate not just Earth but space. The Cuban Missile Crisis loomed on the horizon, and fears of nuclear war gripped the planet. Amidst this tension, the U.S. launched Operation Dominic, a series of nuclear tests to maintain its edge in the arms race. Within this operation was a sub-project, Operation Fishbowl. Conducted over the Pacific Ocean near Johnston Atoll, these tests aimed to understand the effects of nuclear detonations in the upper atmosphere. But official explanations have left many unanswered questions. The tests included several detonations, each more ambitious than the last. Some of the most notable include Starfish Prime, a 1.4 megaton bomb detonated 400 kilometers above the Earth's surface, created an artificial aurora visible as far away as Hawaii. Bluegill Triple Prime was a failed launch that resulted in the missile being destroyed mid-air. Kingfish was another high-altitude test designed to measure radiation effects in space. Starfish Prime, in particular, created a massive electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, which knocked out satellites and caused electrical disturbances across the Pacific. It also trapped high levels of radiation in Earth's magnetic field, creating artificial radiation belts. But why choose such extreme experiments? And why the secrecy? To answer these questions, we must dig deeper into the science and the politics of the time. High-altitude nuclear detonations were unprecedented. Scientists weren't entirely sure what to expect. The creation of artificial auroras, for example, was an unintended side effect. These colorful lights, though beautiful, were a stark reminder of humanity's newfound ability to alter the natural world on a massive scale. And then there were the EMPs. While the concept of an electromagnetic pulse was understood in theory, Starfish Prime's detonation proved just how devastating such an effect could be. Communications were disrupted, satellites malfunctioned, and power grids in Hawaii were affected. It was a wake-up call to the potential consequences of nuclear warfare in space. However, the secrecy surrounding the operation has led to a wave of speculation. Some believe Operation Fishbowl was the first step in creating a space-based weapon system, precursor to the Star Wars program decades later. Could the U.S. have been attempting to gain a tactical advantage in space by testing nuclear weapons in orbit? Others propose a more theological angle. A fringe theory suggests these tests were aimed at breaking through the so-called firmament, a ball, barrier allegedly surrounding Earth, as described in ancient texts. Proponents argue that the massive detonations were aimed at uncovering hidden truths about our planet, truths the government might be keeping secret. And then there's the UFO connection. The Cold War era was rife with UFO sightings, and some suggest these tests were meant to send a message to extraterrestrial visitors. Could it have been a warning? Or perhaps an invitation to communicate? Regardless of the theories, the impact of these tests was undeniable. The artificial radiation belts, created by Starfish Prime, lingered for years, causing problems for satellites and space missions. This unintended consequence forced scientists to reconsider the risks of high-altitude detonations and their long-term effects on Earth's magnetic field. Let's not forget the global political implications. At a time when the world was already on edge, these tests added fuel to the fire. The international community, particularly the Soviet Union, watched these experiments closely. It's likely that these tests influenced the signing of the Limited Test Ban Treaty in 1963 which prohibited nuclear tests in the atmosphere, outer space, and underwater. But there's more. Beyond the political and scientific impacts, Operation Fishbowl has become a symbol of humanity's capacity for both innovation and destruction. It demonstrated our ability to manipulate the natural world on a scale previously thought impossible, but also underscored the dangers of such power. So, did Operation Fishbowl have a deeper, hidden purpose? Were these tests purely scientific, or was there something the government wasn't telling us? While the official story provides some answers, the truth remains shrouded in mystery, just like the night sky above. What we do know is that these experiments forever changed our understanding of the universe and left behind questions we may never fully answer. Perhaps the real legacy of Operation Fishbowl is a reminder to approach such power with caution and humility. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the unknown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the unexplained. Until next time, stay curious.